My name is John Helmberger. That's spelled Helmberger. I'm the chairman of Minnesota for Marriage and the CEO of Minnesota Family Council, one of the organizations that's part of the Minnesota for Marriage Coalition.
So tell me, how are you feeling today? I mean, after the House voted in favor of same-sex marriage, and the Senate is pretty much poised to do the same, and the governor, is poised to sign the bill putting into law marriage for same-sex couples.
Well, I feel good, actually. I'm obviously and naturally disappointed with the outcome of the House vote last week, and I understand what the conventional wisdom says about the vote today and the likelihood of it being passed. But really, the question is, will the senators later today listen to their constituents and vote accordingly, or will they respond to political pressure and to the demands of special interests and elite groups and betray their constituents and go against the wishes of their constituents and go along with the House, which in their decision last week. If that happens, then there probably will be a signing ceremony tomorrow afternoon. And that for us, that simply underscores the fact that we've got to work long term to change the culture in this state, how they think about marriage, how they understand marriage, how they look at marriage. And in the end, in the long run, I believe we'll be successful in that, even if we experience a setback here today.
You just talked about changing the culture, changing the culture and maybe changing the way people think about marriage in this state. What do you exactly mean by that?
Well, 5,000 years of human history, every society throughout human history has understood that marriage is the union of a man and a woman. That hasn't changed. We have people that are trying to impose a different definition of marriage on society now, but it won't take long for people to see that different definition is not workable and it's not sustainable. And eventually, people are going to realize that they've made a terrible mistake, and we'll be there and ready to help people restore a culture of marriage that has been lost and needs to be rebuilt.
A couple more questions, and one is that a lot of people on the vote that are urging the Senate to pass the bill really are talking about that it's a matter of love, and it's a matter of allowing people who love one another to get married and to enjoy the same benefits, and that your side is bigoted and you claim that it's not about that you've been painted, that your side has been painted unfairly and sort of backed into this corner of that we're being called bigots and haters. And what do you say to that?
I say that marriage has always been about more than love. Yes, about love, but it's always been about far more than love. It's been about a relationship, a union, a social institution that binds children to their mother and father to provide the optimal environment, both to bring forth new life and then to raise up that new life. And we believe that what children need and what's best for children is more important than what adults want. Now, if the Senate agrees with the House today, they'll tell the children of Minnesota the opposite. They'll tell the children of Minnesota that what they need doesn't matter as much as what adults want. And we think that is a terrible injustice. That is immoral, an immoral message to communicate to children.
What are you going to do next? What's the game plan now for if the bill gets signed? What is Minnesota for Marriage going to do? We have an election coming up in 2014. I imagine you're going to.
You said it. There's an election coming up next year. And we'll be looking to make a difference in that election.
Any other comments?
Well, I think that it's fairly clear what we need to do in order to let legislators know that they betray their constituents at their own peril.
So you think you're gonna work to get some of these people who voted against their constituents' wishes to vote them out of office?
We'll certainly consider that.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.